G'day guys, how are you? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing a review of a horror film from Canada, English language, released in the year 2013, directed by Lowell Dean, and this film is called 13 Eerie. So 13 Eerie is about this island many years ago that used to be home to hardened criminals who had to work in a secluded area, but what they didn't know is that they were subjected to these nuclear type of tests. So since then they have passed away, but they decided not to clean out the bodies. What they're going to do now is use this island as a scientific research facility for up-and-coming forensic scientists. So a new group of scientists have come to the island. They're told by the guy running the facility that they have to go out, locate the bodies, take tests and bring them and report back. So when they do this, they realise that there are more bodies than they first thought, so they think that something is going on. They go back to the guy running the facility. He says, don't worry, you're just freaking out because it's the first time you've come face to face with a dead body, that eventually you'll get used to it and you will stop hallucinating. So they think, okay, we'll just keep on doing our work, but then all of a sudden they realise that something sinister is going on, and it has something to do with the history dating back to when these convicts were killed. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but they're in a fight for their life, and whether or not they can survive the ordeal, it's something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now my thoughts on 13 Eerie. I was actually pretty impressed with this film. Now I was expecting to really hate it, but I actually ended up really enjoying it. I think this is a perfect film for a Friday night with a group of friends, a few beers, some popcorn, because the movie delivers in what you want from a zombie film. Now what you want from a zombie film, you don't care about character development. What you care about is good gore effects, and that's exactly what 13 Eerie delivers. I thought the gore effects were practical. It reminded me of Evil Dead. It reminded me of Cabin of the Dead, aka Wither, which is a Swedish horror film that did a lot of practical effects very, very well. So if you're a fan of old school practical gore effects, then 13 Eerie is a throwback to the 80s horror films where the CGI crap wasn't splashed around. Now a lot of movies these days, especially lower budget, they rely on CGI, and if you want a gore film and the CGI is not done very well, it just takes it out of the experience. So that was what I was really dreading with 13 Eerie. This is a very cheap film that I picked up in Argentina, and I thought, why not give it a go? This is not going to be very good. I could just see the CGI splashed on it, the acting was going to be really bad, and that it wasn't going to create any sense of atmosphere. But I was wrong on all levels. I thought the acting was very decent. Now, the characters aren't really difficult to play, but at least they look like they're treating it with respect. They look like they're giving it a go. And the director has a passion for horror, and they're not just trying to cash it in. They're not just trying to make a movie as bloody as possible in order to try and lure some younger viewers. What they're doing is attention to detail. I mean, the cinematography is good. I thought the setting was good of the sort of secluded location. I thought it was very eerie, as the title will suggest. I thought that the way that the director used his camera was very good. You know, the shaky camera isn't there. A lot of the gory scenes are done in very still fashion, so you can actually see what's going on. So that shows you a lot of confidence from that actual director. So the characters, as I said, weren't very likable. I thought the start of the movie dragged a little bit, but when it kicks into the zombie area, I thought it was really, really good. It was a lot of fun. There were some scenes that really shocked me. As I said, the gore effects are very in your face, and it's everything you want from a splatter/zombie film. I thought that the problems with the movie is that the soundtrack didn't really match some of the scenes. When they're running away from some of the threat that is imposed on them, I thought it sounded a little bit cheesy. So as far as the soundtrack is concerned, I just don't feel it fit in. It would have been better if they used it less. You know, sometimes less is best, and it's certainly the case with the soundtrack in this film, the score. I thought that, as I said, a little bit cheesy. It does take you out of the moment a little bit, but there were some moments that were genuinely freaky. I thought the zombie makeup was good in some areas, but other areas it was pretty bad, especially the main zombie-like creature. Thought it really felt like he was wearing makeup. It didn't feel like a genuine zombie, but there were other moments where the fresh zombies, the zombies that were recently turned, I thought they looked really good. And once again, it reminded me of the zombies type of creatures in Evil Dead, the newer one. As far as the subgenre of zombie films are concerned, 13 Eerie was a surprise. I thought the ending was pretty cool. And yeah, it's not a great film. It's a generic movie. It's a movie you've seen before, but it's a fun film. And there are some genuinely shocking moments of violence that hit me by surprise. And as I said, I ended up really liking the film a lot more than I thought I would. It's not a brilliant film, but then again, yeah, for a low budget horror film, thought the acting was very competent. The cinematography was good, the practical gore effects were excellent, and there's not really a lot to criticise because it doesn't pretend to be something that it's not. And what it wants to be is a fun horror film, and it delivers. So for that, I can't criticise it too much, and as a result, I'm going to give 13 Eerie 3 stars. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later. Bye.